Northwestern wins consecutive bowls for first time. Nashville, Tennessee, Kentucky quarterback Tavin Richardson scored on a 9-yard touchdown run with 37 seconds remaining, but Mark Stoops' decision to go for the win with a 2-point conversion backfired with an incomplete pass and 24-23 loss. Johnson's pass on the 2-point conversion bounced off the hands of a leaping Tavin Richardson, who caught 5 passes for 89 yards in the game. UK's attempt at a subsequent onside kick failed, and Northwestern was able to run out the clock. "Sometimes you come up yards and inches off," UK coach Mark Stoops said. Stoops acknowledged he might have kicked the extra point knowing the 2-point conversion did not work, but he said the staff planned to go for 2 points after a touchdown as soon as UK regained the ball for the final drive. Kentucky's defense, which was gashed for 333 rushing yards in the game, stopped a Northwestern 4th and won at the Northwestern 39-yard line with 2:31 remaining to set up the dramatic finish of a bizarre game. Playing without star running back Benny Snell for most of the game, UK relied heavily on the passing game to mixed results. Johnson completed 19 of 36 passes for 257 yards but threw 2 interceptions and no touchdowns. Kentucky totaled just 65 rushing yards. Northwestern lost quarterback Clayton Thorson and Kentucky lost Snell on consecutive drives early in the second quarter. Thorson was forced to leave the game with an apparent knee injury after catching a pass on a trick play. Snell was ejected for making contact with an official as he lifted himself from the ground following a loss of 7 yards 5 plays later. Related, Kentucky football, Benny Snell's Music City Bowl ejection sets Twitter on fire. More, Kentucky running back Benny Snell ejected from Music City Bowl versus Northwestern with Thorson out. Northwestern backup quarterback Matt Alviti completed 4 of 11 passes for 50 yards. 2 different Northwestern running backs topped the 100-yard plateau. Justin Jackson led the way with 157 yards and 2 touchdowns on 32 carries. Snell's ejection was met with near-universal criticism from reporters and fans on social media. But the decision was far from the last controversial call of the game by the Pac-12 crew. "The player got up and grabbed my arms and pushed them away and contacted me," Music City Bowl referee Chris Coit told a pool reporter. "That's a foul." Later in the second quarter, UK quarterback Tavin Richardson was temporarily sidelined with an injury after being hit on a throw near UK's sideline. UK coaches and players argued for a late hit flag but were instead penalized themselves for unsportsmanlike conduct as Richardson was attended to by trainers. Just before halftime, Northwestern linebacker Paddy Fisher was ejected for targeting after a replay review of hard hit on UK running back Siham King despite no flag being thrown on the play. Facing a Northwestern defense ranked 10th nationally and fewest rushing yards surrendered per game entering the bowl, Kentucky's offense relied heavily on the deep pass throughout the game. UK opened the game with a 5-play, 67-yard touchdown drive that featured 2 completions of at least 26 yards from Johnson to wide receiver Tavin Richardson. Snell capped the drive with a 3-yard touchdown run. Northwestern pulled within 4 points with a 33-yard field goal with 3:14 left in the first quarter, then took the lead for good with a 5-yard touchdown run from Justin Jackson on the first play after Thorson's injury. Jackson added a second touchdown run with a 2-yard carry to put Northwestern up 17-7 with 5:12 left in the second quarter. A 3-yard touchdown run from Johnson on the first Kentucky drive of the second half pulled UK within 3 points at 17-14 with 7:11 remaining in the third quarter. Again, the deep ball helped set up UK's score with a 39-yard completion to Kyon Ross from the Kentucky 44-yard line. 2 plays after Kentucky stopped a 4th and 1 play at the UK 2-yard line, Northwestern defensive back Kyle Quiero returned a Tavin Richardson interception 26 yards for a touchdown with 7:49 remaining to give Northwestern to a 24-14 lead. Kentucky pulled within 7 points with a 48-yard field goal from senior kicker Austin McGinnis with 4:24 remaining. They're heartbroken in there, but they realize the opportunities that are ahead of them, Stoops said. I told them to remember that feeling in there because it's not fun. John Hale, jahale@courierjournal.com, Twitter, @JohnHale_CJ. Support strong local journalism by subscribing today. www.courierjournal.com/John